this one is a bit of a tricky one for me because, it's very much a song of two parts, as we all know. We have, like, the very ballady first minute, which I find to be, like, really trite, but then we get into pop punk for the last 2 minutes, which is pretty enjoyable in my opinion. And I just like the whole aesthetic they had in the national final and all that. I thought they looked really cool, and also it's just cool in general to have an all-female rock band, which is like very rare to have, like even outside of Eurovision. So it's kind of like, the score I'm going to give it later is just kind of like an accumulation of like the different parts, because like I really enjoyed the second part, but like the first part kind of makes me cringe a little. But you'll see. But yeah, it's kind of like it's also a weird one because like I feel like I want to support it more than I actually like the song, because I have a very weird personal attachment to this, because I know that some of the listeners are gonna think this is really stupid, but it's because it's Denmark and they're singing a song about like defying the odds and all that. I can't help it. That combination makes me think a lot about the whole Christian Eriksen thing, which that's been on my mind a lot since last summer, and obviously like I know the song has nothing to do with that, but it's just like the theme and the fact that it's Denmark makes me puts that in my head, so it makes it so like it's gonna sound stupid, but that's just how my brain works. So like, and I know, John, you mentioned that putting Denmark and Austria together doesn't really make sense, but like traditionally the second ad break comes after song 12, which is Denmark, so I'm thinking they want to close the middle part of the show with Denmark and then open the last bunch of songs with an up-tempo song like Austria, so that kind of makes sense to me. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, Denmark is really like and has been an interesting Eurovision country over the last few years. I think generally they manage to up their game a little bit. We Eurovision fans usually see Denmark as that bland
Yeah.
country for most of the time, and while there are traces of that always in Dansk Melody Grand Prix, I think they managed to get a bit more flavor into it overall, into the Eurovision songs, and this song is also decent. As you said, Kylie, the introduction drags on a bit, but I think it presents the main melody of the song well enough that it works,
Hmm.
and the like pop rock or pop punk part of the song also works, even if it seems a bit formulaic for me. I just thought about um, if it was just 3 minutes of that rock part, I don't think I would like it more, because
Hmm.
the 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 f- um, the variation isn't there, and I can't see this being like a full-on pop punk song.
Hmm.
Uh, it, they would have uh, to bring more ideas to it to make that work.
Hmm.
So I'm not enamored with it, but I like it. I think it's decent. From the songs in the Danish super final, I think this was the best by far. So
Yeah.
I'm I'm mildly happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and follow you mention it, because like I do agree, if it was 3 minutes of the rock part, like it would be pretty fatiguing, and I do feel like, starting off being a sad ballad, then being more like upbeat and defiant kind of like makes it kind of like a musical narrative, if that makes sense. So yeah, I do see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think the idea behind that is cool. They just like would have done the song a favor if they shortened the introduction a bit, I think.
Yeah. John, what do you think?
So Denmark were at the London Eurovision party yesterday, and I've almost completely flipped my opinion on this song. Um, it went down surprisingly well with the crowd, and people who listen to the podcast regularly might know that when it first came out, I didn't really like it, but
No, you didn't know.
but I do now. So I'm holding my hands up. I'm a fan of this song now.
Yay! Oh. Okay, anything else before we give Denmark a score?
Are you ready for the show?
Yeah. Okay, so like the rock part is a 4, but the ballad part is a 2, so put that together, it's a 3 overall for me.
So it's the median then.
Yeah.
It's a 3 for me as well.
Yeah, and I give it a 3 as well.
And the public give it a 2 out of 5.